In this video, we're going to learn about product sum and sum to product formulas. So the following formulas may be used to change the form of certain trigonometric expression from products to sum. We refer to these as product to sum formulas, even though two of the formulas expressed as a product as a difference, because any difference x minus y of two real numbers is also a sum x plus negative y. These formulas are frequently used in calculus as an aid in a process called integration. So what are the product to sum formulas? Product to sum formulas are, so we will start with product to sum. So we have product to sum, okay, product to sum formulas. Okay, the first one is sine u, cosine, we have v, is equal to 1 over 2 times sine u plus v plus sine u minus v. Next, we have cosine u, okay, cosine u, sine, we have v is equals to 1 over 2 times sine u plus v, okay, minus sine u minus v. Next, we have cosine u, okay, cosine u, cosine v is equals to 1 over 2 times cosine u plus v. Next is plus cosine u minus v. The last one we have sine u, sine v equals to 1 over 2 cosine, we have u minus v minus cosine u plus v. Okay, so these are the formulas for product to sum functions. Okay, so you can pause the video so that you can write all the formulas that we have. So but before that, we will try to prove, okay, we'll try to prove as the left hand and right hand sides of addition and subtraction formulas for the sine function as we have follows. So we have sine u plus v, okay, equals to sine u cosine v plus cosine u sine v. And another one we have sine u minus v is equals to sine u cosine, we have v minus cosine u and then sine v. So to simplify this function, you will have now as, okay, sine u plus v plus sine u minus v is equal to 2 sine, okay, 2 sine u cosine, we have v. So dividing both sides of the last equation by 2 gives us the formula, we have 1. Okay, so we divide that one everything. So formula 2 is obtained by subtracting the left hand side of the addition and subtraction formula for the sine function, and formula number 3 and 4 are developed in a similar fashion using the addition and subtraction formulas for cosine. So that is how we get all the formulas, by the use of, we have the add the left hand and right hand sides of the addition and subtraction formulas for the sine function and cosine function. Let's try some example. For example, we have, you are going to use now the product to sum formula. So let's say we have sine 4 theta. Cosine, we have 3 theta. So which formula are we going to use? So we have the function sine and cosine v. So therefore you will have now as equals to sine, okay, sine u cosine, we have v equal to 1 over 2 times sine u plus v, and then we have plus sine u minus v. Okay, so therefore we have this formula. So we have our u is sine 4, we have theta, and then for cosine v is equals to cosine v theta. So therefore you will get now as 1 over 2 times sine, we have 4 theta plus 3 theta, okay, and then plus sine 4 theta minus 3, we have theta, and then simplify the function. So you will get now as 1/2 times, we have sine 7, okay, 7 theta plus sine, we have theta. So therefore this is our solution. Okay, next function we have sine. Okay, next example, sine 3x sine, we have x. So therefore this one is sine u. Okay, so we get this one as sine u sine v function, which gives us equals to 1/2 cosine. Okay, so just simplify that one. 1/2 cosine, okay, u minus v, minus cosine u plus we have v. So therefore you will get now as sine, or 1/2, okay, 1/2 3x, okay, so 1/2 cosine 3x minus x minus, okay, therefore you will have this one as here. Next we will have now cosine 3x plus x. Simplify it more further. So therefore you will have now as 1/2 cosine 2x minus cosine, we have 4x. So we will just leave at that one as your final answer. So we may use product to sum formulas to express a sum or difference, okay? Sum or difference as a product. So therefore we obtain this equation. So the next one we will have now as the sum to, we have sum to product formulas. So what are the formulas for sum to product? So first we will have sine, okay? So this one are sum to product formulas. Sum to product, okay? Sum to product. So you will have now the first one is sine A sine B is equals to 2 sine A plus B over 2, and then cosine A minus B all over by 2. Next, sine A minus sine B equals to 2 cosine A plus B over 2, and then sine A minus B all over by 2. Next, cosine. Cosine function A minus cosine B is equals to 2 cosine A plus B over 2, and then cosine A minus B all over by 2. How about for cosine difference? So cosine A, so this one is plus, guys. Cosine A minus cosine, we have B is equals to negative 2 cosine A plus B over 2 sine, we have A minus B all over by 2. So these are the we have formulas for sum to product functions. So let's try some examples. Okay, number one example, we have sine 5x minus sine 3x. So we have to express this one as a, express as a product. So we have express as a product. Okay, so therefore we will, what you're going to do now is equals to, your a is equals to 5x, and then your b, so we'll let a is equals to 5x, and then your b now is equals to, we have b is equals to 3x. Okay, so sine 5x minus sine 3x is equals to 2. So for sine function, you will get now as equal to 2 cosine, okay, cosine a plus b. So therefore you will get now as 5x plus 3x over 2. And then sine a minus b. So therefore you will get 5x minus 3x all over by 2. And then simplify the equation. So therefore you can get now 2 cosine 4x and then sine x. Okay, so that is how you simplify the equation. Next problem. So you can have now as this equation. So let's say we have sine x. So we get sine 8t plus sine 2t. So therefore your equation now will give us 2 sine 8t plus 2t over 2 cosine, we have 8t minus 2t over by 2. So therefore you will get as 2 sine 8, and this one is 10 divided by 2. So therefore we have 5t, and then cosine 6 divided by 2 is equals to cosine 3t. So therefore that is how you simplify now the equation for, we have sum going to as a product. So therefore you have to express this equation, express this given, express as a product. Okay, so you have to remember all the formulas that we have so that it's easier for you to solve the equation. So again, so let's try another example. Let's how about if we will have cosine 5x minus cosine, we have 3x. So this one is in cosine function, so therefore you will get now as negative, we have 2, right? Negative 2 sine x plus y. So therefore your x and y, so therefore you will get 5x plus 3x all over by 2, and then sine x minus y, so 5x minus 3x all over by 2. We can get now negative 2 sine 8 divided by 2 is equals to 4x, and then sine, okay, sine, we have 5x minus, we have 2x is equals to 2, and then divide by 2, so you will get as x. So your answer now will give us equals to sine or negative 2 sine 4x and sine x. Okay, so if you have questions and clarification, don't hesitate to ask and send an email so that we can answer all, so that I can answer, I can explain some of your questions and clarifications. Thank you, and God bless.